Hello everyone, how are we doing? Sorry, I think I ended up being a bit late. I got carried away doing the new, playing the new Borderlands character. I've been playing a lot of Borderlands. Hey, Metal Gear Ghost, how's it going? Hey, No Life. Combat knife. Kind of. You don't have combat knives in this one. You have survival knives, like crafted knives. And we are using basically only those. Wasn't me, mate. Excuse me? Alright. Cool. So, yeah, we're just continuing. Oh, you're good. Cool. Nice. Melee only. Knives as Grace. Hatchet as Leon. I can't remember what save. Ooh, this one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're about to switch to Leon very, very soon. Hey, Waylon. That's cool. Enjoy the gym. Talk. Lurk, maybe? You thinking lurk? Can stalk if you want. It's lunch. Sure. I mean, I could go for some lunch. Should we? What do you say we knock off the stream and go get lunch together? No stream today. Cool. What we got? Infinite knife and broken knife. Lovely. Now we've got the stakeout charm. There you go. One hemolytic injector. I think all we need to do is carry Emily over to the isolation ward. You go with dad into Marvel Rivals, and it's all he plays now. Oh dear. Hey. Oop. Just threw my mouse across my desk. What me and wasn't me, mate, do off camera. None of your business. Oh, also, mods. My mods aren't on, so I've got film green back on, and I've got colorless item things because there was an update, which is photo mode. Oh, there it is. Look, photo mode. Photo mode. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't actually loaded up the game since the update, but I didn't check if the mods worked. So I didn't want to like the game to break on stream. I'll try them out some other time, make sure they're still working, or see if there's updated versions. Oh, bye. Get rid of the main characters. Is that just like, can I just like move the camera? Oh, I can. Ah. You have a lore question about Resident Evil 4? Let's hear it. I'll do my best.
I have to keep it together.
I'm actually excited for photo mode. I'm gonna take some photos. Oh, blister heads. Take some photos for my computer wallpapers. Hope you can photo mode during cutscenes. I guess we can find out in a sec. Oh! Where did he come from? Have to put Emily down. Oh no. This has gone from... Oh, this is actually terrible. Alright. Get around. We can get around. Keep me in suspense, Metal Gear Ghost. What's your lore question? Or is it a long one? Uh-oh. Oh, I tried to put Emily in the box. That's not what you do with Emily. It's on the sofa. Here you go. Take out some of these dudes. Oh, there's a blister head there. Do I hemolytic him? I just try stabbing him. So Leon hasn't seen Ada since Resi 2, and Wesker isn't outright named in 2. At least not in the remake. How does he know about Wesker? Not to mention the last time I saw Wesker in the main line was RE1. Well, first of all, the last time you would have seen Wesker in the main line would have been Code Veronica. Wesker... Code Veronica is pretty much a mainline game. It has a lot of important story beats for the overall franchise in Code Veronica. It's literally the conclusion to Claire's story in Resident Evil 2 when she's looking for her brother. Like, that's the whole reason she's there in Resident Evil 2, and Code Veronica is her finding Chris, and Chris and Wesker kind of really starting their rivalry after Wesker's supposed death in Resident Evil 1. So there are a lot of important main overall story beats in Code Veronica, so I would consider it mainline, even if I'm not a huge fan of the game compared to the others. But we do know that Chris and Leon know of each other at least. We don't know if they've met up between Resident Evil 2 and 4, but they communicated. And that's how Chris knew to go and get Claire from the island. And in Resident Evil 5, we know that Chris reads Leon's reports. Because in Resident Evil 5, when he sees the Magini for the first time, he says they're like the Ganado from the Kennedy report. So, presumably, Leon and Chris have spoken or read each other's reports enough for Leon to know that who Wesker is from Chris reporting on Resident Evil 1 and Code Veronica. That's how I would guess that he knows who Wesker is. And also when they meet up in 6, they know each other. This is a risky maneuver that might cost us the game. I can't believe I'm getting away with this. Oh my god, it worked.
What was that?
Oh. He didn't see me, right? Ah, he did see me. Shit. Just don't follow me, bro. Stay out there. Where was the one that was in here? Because he's the one that's blocking us from bringing Emily in. Hello? Is he in this room? Shit. You're definitely gonna have to replay these games again because you rushed through 2 remakes, so I'm definitely gonna play them on OG hardware. Lore is so confusing. Yeah, it's not the most straightforward lore to keep up with Resident Evil. Especially considering when randomly in games they suddenly like make side game characters like major, like in this one for example. Like even like when they first announced Resident Evil 9, even I've played like all the games quite a lot. I heard Ashcroft, and obviously in the reveal trailer we didn't know it was Resident Evil yet, but me and my friends were watching it together, and we were kind of like, is this Resident Evil? Because they've been teasing it throughout that whole show, and I was like, maybe not. And then that guy said Ashcroft, and I was like, there is an Ashcroft in Resident Evil, and I could not remember who it was. because it's just like an Outbreak character that I'd never played as at that point. I'd never played Alyssa in Outbreak at the time. Whenever I played Outbreak, it was either Yoko, Kevin, or Cindy, I think. Sometimes Mark, maybe. Like they were the only ones that I ever played. So I was like, oh wait, I remember I recognized the name, but I can't remember which games from to look it up. And I was like, oh yeah, Alyssa. Like, yeah. He does Control too because of the FBC. Oh yeah, Federal Bureau of Control. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see why. Can we get Emily there now? Maybe? Should we try? Should we try running with Emily? Let's give it a go. Do another save. But yeah, the law can be tricky to keep up with. Try and get past that guy. Yeah, we made it. Easy. Easy.
You think you can read it? I can try. It's like a giant puzzle box.
Try. Right. We gotta stab these guys to death now. This should be fun. Oh, I got him. Try to keep him stun locked now until he dies. Okay, that went well. Get this one before he gets up. I hear another one coming. Yeah, there he is. We kill this one before the other one gets to us. Yes. Keep him stun locked. Very good. Okay. Going all right. It's partially your fault because autism makes you not understand everything so well. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Well, I wouldn't really consider that your fault. Not really something you can control. Yeah, the stun lock's kind of crazy with the knife. Not gonna lie. But I will say, okay, guys, you kind of have to take them one at a time because as soon as two zombies are coming at you, you can't keep them both stun locked. You can only just keep them stun locked. And blister heads seem inconsistent. Like sometimes I can keep a blister head stun locked, and sometimes they just don't care and get me anyway. Die, die. Ah, see like that. Blizzard heads aren't as consistent about it. Cool. I was saving my hemolytic injector for him, but I didn't need to use it. That's nice. Cool. I think we're good. Yeah, it's a blister head. They're kind of like Crimson Heads from Resident Evil 1 remake, if you played that. Bodies can regenerate and come back stronger in this one if you don't blow up the bodies.
I found this.
Wait, oh, let's try. Can we photo mode? We can photo mode in cutscenes. That's cool. Nice. I'll do that off stream. Let me get some photos. Crimson Heads are a cool addition, yeah. Crimson Heads are cool. They're scary. Crimson Heads are scary because Resident Evil 1's ammo economy is quite low for a Resident Evil game. So not burning bodies and then having to fight an even stronger zombie because you didn't get rid of it. Stuff.
I'm glad that FBI agent got away.
FBI?
Mercenaries mode for remake. What, for Resident Evil 1?
Victor kidnapped her.
I don't know if the Mercenaries mode would work so well for Resident Evil 1.
I don't know. But I intend to find out.
Which would mean like Resident Evil 3's Operation Mad Jackal Mercenaries. That could kind of work. Oh, we still can't afford the good hatchet. Ugh. So that's handgun ammo. We don't use guns here. Yep, more ammo to sell. But the easiest difficulty, and it took you 20 hours. Whoa, that is. Do you get lost a lot, or is it just like I don't know. It is a 6-hour game, yeah. Maybe 7 on the first playthrough, 6 or 7 hours. I trust I'm fighting Chunk with a hatchet. This isn't gonna be easy. Oh god. Had to get around him. Get up, Leon! Okay, hopefully we can get a jump attack on him here. Yep, there we go.
Stay still! Felt that one, huh?
Oh, you had to use a playthrough. Oh, that sucks. I'm very stubborn when it comes to using guides on games. I really don't like using guides on first playthroughs. I'd have to be stuck for a very long time to. Because for me, the first figuring stuff out in the first playthrough is like the most fun part of a Resident Evil game. But I get it. If you're really stuck with your game, so sick of it, play however you want. But I personally, I'm not. Don't like that. Puzzles were the worst part of the game. Oh, okay. Quite a big fan of puzzles in Resident Evil games. I mean, in Resident Evil games, especially the modern ones, they are very easy. Remakes ones, like Resident Evil 1 remake was more like the old style puzzles. But yeah, and they're nothing compared to like Silent Hill puzzles. Those ones are way tough. Still felt like you rushed it. Oh, okay, that's interesting. After 20 hours. What makes you feel like you rushed it still? You don't like puzzles unless it's literally a puzzle game? It's fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, play however you want. Whatever is most fun for you, that's the way you should play it. If you want to look up the puzzles and just do the survival horror side of the game. Do whatever's best for you, man. Get him, Leon! Fuck him up! So third hatchet to the head. He gonna die yet? Nope. He's tough. I would say he's tough. He's tough when you're only using a hatchet. Suicide 2 remake. Well, you mean with the plug puzzles? I actually like the plug puzzles. That's one of my favorite puzzles in that game. Because it's not as super easy as the other ones. Hey! So maybe we can come back with a guide. Damn. Really not a puzzle guy for these games, are you? Fair enough.
Sorry, but I'm not on the menu.
I think to me, like you say, you don't like a puzzle game. So you don't like puzzles unless it's a puzzle game. To me, like survival horror games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill and stuff, they are like puzzle games. Like that's part of the game to me. I go in expecting puzzles, and I'm normally a little bit disappointed with the puzzles, to be honest. Especially with these modern ones, like Resident Evil 9. Like Resident Evil 9, there's not really any puzzles that take more than 10 seconds of brain power. Same with like 3 remake, 4 remake, 8. 7 and 2 have a little bit, but tell you what, those Silent Hill 2 remakes puzzles, I really like those. Not as good, well, I'll say not as good as the originals, but I don't know if that's necessarily true, because the old Silent Hills had some puzzles that, in my opinion, were too hard. And not hard as in, like, they're too difficult to figure out. Too hard as in they required too much outside knowledge. Like, the Silent Hill 3 puzzle where you need to know the plot of Shakespeare books is so stupid. I don't know. I think the information you need for a puzzle should be in the game. It's don't like when games require you to have outside knowledge to solve the puzzle. Not a fan of that. Yeah, the electronic parts with the chest. Oh, the electric parts where you just gotta make a little line. I didn't think that one was that bad, but the chest puzzle is the one that is probably the hardest in 2 remake. Yeah. I need to change my headset battery because I should have done that before stream and I forgot. 1 second. There we go. All good. We're doing melee only. Knives and hatchets. Ooh. Still playing through my headphones still. Hello, headphones? Speakers off. That's probably the problem. Oh, finding the part. Oh, okay. Yeah. That probably is more difficult than the puzzle, yeah. Didn't even, yeah, you're right. My What have I done? I broke my headphones while I was changing battery. Hold on a minute. Can you guys still hear the game fine? I can just listen to myself. Okay. Just. Fine. We're going no headphones today. Have my speakers really quiet. Should be able to. I'm going to keep headphones on, but it's fine. Shouldn't be able to hear it through the mic. Let me know if it's echoing through the mic. It shouldn't, though. Left all these guys alive as grace because I was like, I'd rather come back with a hatchet to deal with these guys rather than just a knife. Ah. Have you finished watching your playthrough now, Yellow Yeti? You up to date on Resident Evil 9? Grace's gun, not that we need that because we're not using guns this playthrough. Have nice. Did you like it? I really liked the ending. Don't do spoilers in chat just in case, but I thought the story of this one was really good. Oh, yeah, okay, that's true. The timeline is a bit confusing. No, I still think no one's really sure how the kids line up with the timeline, but yeah, I still really liked it. Come on, buddy. Try again. There we go. That's what we needed. Metal Gear Ghost did the sewers in 4. And on the Wii, I'm guessing, yeah? That's cool. I'm not a big fan of the sewer bit in 4. I'm not... Actually, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of most sewer sections in most Resident Evil games. They're normally my least favorite bits of the game. You think it would have been better if you finished 5 years later? Yeah, that's probably true, actually, yeah. That is probably true. Xenomorph looking guy was crazy. Yeah, Verdugo. Yeah, he's tough. I like him though, I think he's really cool. I like what they did with the Verdugos in Remake. They changed it up a little bit. Actually, that one they kept almost exactly the same. The other Verdugo, they really changed things up, and I really like what they did. Just like the Verdugo lore in general was more explored in the Remake, and I thought that was really cool. Shop, please. Can I afford Hunk's axe yet? I need Hunk's axe and I need it now. Yay! Mortal Edge. Nice. Next, we want to save up for body armor. We don't have any body armor. We should never need the case upgrade because we're just carrying axes and no ammo. Did I hear about the PS5 price rise? I just started saving up for. Yeah, that sucks, man. I think it's also insane that they're talking about like releasing a PS6 in the near future, when the PS5 has literally been the smallest upgrade in a console generation we've ever had, right? Like, think about like a PS3, right? Imagine the difference between PS3 games and PS2 games. Like they just then they weren't like compatible. They were just like completely different generation of games. And if you think about the difference between PS4 and PS3, it's pretty similar, right? Like the PS4 games were just like any games that released on both consoles, even early on in PS4's life, were just not as good. Like the PS3 version was just significantly worse. We're still getting games to this day released on PS4 and PS5 and have very minor differences apart from like a little bit of a better frame rate or like a quality mode or something. Like the same games are still releasing. It's not like, oh, this can only run on the PS5 like with the previous generations. And now they're raising the price of the PS5 and talking about still releasing a PS6 in the near future. I just think that's it's a bit crazy. We don't need a PS6. I'm at the point where I'm not even sure I needed a PS5 still, because so many of the games I wanted to play, not all of them, I know there are some that are PS5 only, but so many games I wanted to play, but still on PS4 anyway, just with a slightly worse version. Yeah. Doing a price... I mean, I guess they need to, but I think doing a price rise is a bad move. Because I'm guessing it's because of the chip shortage, because of AI stuff. Which also sucks, by the way. Harry and decapitate them all. Hey, lady. Oops. There she goes. Cool. Let's get out of here. It'll be a lot easier for Grace to navigate now. Are there anywhere else I left zombies alive so that Leon could deal with them? I think this is everywhere. Let's back in. Getting a little bit more money now so you can get one before they rise again. Aren't we all a slave to capitalism? Metal Gear Ghost, aren't we all? Okie dokie. Sort our money out and then head up to Gideon's office. Can we afford our thingy? Do I want scrap? Can I make anything with scrap as Leon? I don't think so. I don't think I need. Just ammo. Body armor. Nice. Now we're just going to save for body armor too, and then we're going to probably just try and upgrade the other hatchet, because the mortal edge is better for parrying, but if you fully upgrade the other hatchet, that one's got more damage. So we'll have a parrying hatchet and a damage hatchet. That's the plan. And that'll be our whole weapon variety for this run. It'll be, do I want to use the parry hatchet or the damage hatchet? Oh god, I can't do it. I was about to shoot it. I can't do anything about that. Leon just looking up at it like, fuck. There we go. We got another blister. What you gonna do, man? Easy, easy. Metal Gear Ghost, probably fairly soon. Moving to other Resident Evil games. There will still be a lot of 9, probably quite regularly. But after this playthrough, I think after this playthrough, my next one is going to be whoa, there's another one. Is going to be trying to do insanity mode without any New Game Plus items at all. And then after that, if there's no like DLC on the horizon and there's no new mods that have come out, like big mods to like change difficulty or anything, then I'll probably go back to some other Resident Evil games for a bit before this one starts getting any new DLC. So probably this playthrough and another one, and then I'll start looking at other Resident Evil games. And they'll probably be older ones. I kind of want to go back to the older ones again for a bit. Because even like before... This guy's just like staying still. Even before Resident Evil 9 came out, I was doing a lot of 2 and 4 remake, because that was kind of where the hype was. So I haven't done... I did Outbreak as well, I guess. Outbreak's an old one. But I want to do some of the old ones. Maybe some more randomizers for 1, 2, and 3. Haven't done those in a while. And that was kind of what I started doing this channel on. It was like my early content was mostly Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 randomizers, which are really fun. I do like doing them, so I'll do some more. It didn't come off as rude at all. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I understand. I understand. But you don't want to watch spoilers. You know, it's just that Resident Evil streamer, first new Resident Evil game in 3 years. It's probably going to be my content for a bit. Ow. But I do want to do some older Resident Evil stuff. Because also, like, older Resident Evils I want to play more of on stream. Like, I say older, I mean before the RE engine, basically. Like, I want to do some, like, Resident Evil Survivor on stream. I want to do some more Revelations on stream. Like, I've only done one stream Revelations raid mode, but I'd happily go through more raid mode stuff. Revelations 1 raid mode on stream. And maybe the campaign. I don't really want to do 5 and 6 very much, but maybe we'll do a bit of 5. Yeah, so I do want to do some old stuff that I haven't got around to doing yet.
Pretty sure I found Victor's private office.
I'm thinking about doing like a road to ghost ship on Revelations. I think about halfway, 2/3 of the way through the second difficulty in raid mode on Revelations 1. I wouldn't mind just like streaming my way to max level on Revelations 1 and then trying to do ghost ship on my own. However long that takes, probably quite a while.
Why is this under the hospital?
Maybe. They're just ideas. I haven't really thought about what I wanted to do next. And we're back to knife only. No more hatchet and parrying. Okay. Take this guy on now while he's on the ground. If you can get them while they're on the ground, you're definitely going to keep them in the stun lock, because by the time they get up, they're stunned, and then once they're stunned once, you've got them. It's when they're stood up that's a bit risky, because if you don't catch them like mid-grab, they don't get stunned, or sometimes they don't get stunned anyway, and then they just grab you. I guess we should probably make... we've got loads of... got 3 injectors. Maybe we should make some hemolytics. Could the console version help me out? Oh, if you had the there's no crossplay, so even if you had the console version, we can't play together, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's an old game, so I get why, but because I'll be doing it on PC. So yeah. I don't. Yeah. I came here to get something. Scrap. That's what I wanted. I wanted scrap. And let's make some hemolytics. Woo. Okay, cool. I've still got this steroid inject as well. You should use a low on health. I can't remember which ones of these turn into blister heads. That is the one thing that sucks about blister heads compared to crimson heads, is you can kind of predict which ones come into become blister heads and when in this game, whereas in Resident Evil 1 it was just like all of them become crimson heads if you don't burn the bodies, and it was just a lot more like dynamic. Just taking them all out while they're laying down and sitting around. Stab, 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 stab. Blood. We love blood. There's a few bits here where the game really wants you to stagger Marie, and that's going to be tough. With only a knife. And by tough, I mean impossible. Let's grab that. Yeah, I mean, I think if you know what you're doing, it does seem like the knife only runs in this aren't going to be too bad. Well, melee only. Knife only is very tough, because that means Leon can't use anything. But yeah, the melee only runs so fast. I mean, I'm using unlockables, so I'm using the infinite knife and the infinite hatchet. I feel like without those, it'd be really, really hard. Maybe I'll do one of those one day, but I'm not feeling it right now. Do it with infinite knife and infinite hatchet first. Maybe do it without some other time. Oh, you can always up it to insanity difficulty. Because on insanity difficulty, they don't get staggered as easily. So then you can't just unlock them with the knife. That's another way you could make it harder. Perfect. Watch stream while playing Resident Evil 4. That's 2 Resident Evil. You're getting 2 Resident Evil streamed into your brain. That's exactly what you want. The more Resident Evil content that you're experiencing at the same time, the better. That's a scientific fact. Please bear in mind I'm not a scientist or a doctor. Oh! Did Marie see us? Are we okay? Are we safe? She's going that way. We're good. Whew. That was a close one. That was almost a great sandwich. Right, Resident Evil 4. Left here, Shrek reads Shakespeare Part 1, Romeo and Juliet. That's too specific to have just come up with that as a joke. That must be what you actually enjoy. And you know what? That's what you like, that's what you like. No judgment here. Way too crazy, Rapul. Fine. I kind of want to make more inventory space, but we need hemolytics. We need... Wherefore art thou in my swamp? I guess we can just use the steroids. Well, okay, let's just hold on to them, then we'll use them if we run out of inventory space. That's probably the better way to do it. In you go, plug. Down he goes. Down he goes as well. That's good ammo, I don't need that, but I'll grab it anyway, just to get it off the map. Scrap. Make more knives or scrap. And hemolytic injectors, that's probably the more important one, actually. This is Resident Evil British Edition. What makes it British? Resident Evil 9. Whoa, Marie! Holy shit. She's never waiting there for me. Apart from now, I guess. Oh, melee only, yeah. Very good. Knife only. Push. Grace. Push. Room. Get rid of the pistol ammo first, because we don't need that at all. Delicious blood! Grace loves blood. I just... Oh, nope, I can't just... It was worth a try. Yeah, the blood, yeah, I spoke about that last stream actually, or stream before. Does give context to the Dimitrescu outfit. Grace is a vampire as well. I left the battery. Oh no, I messed up. Okay, I thought she was chasing. We're good. Oh, save room. I reckon the Resident Evil 4 is currently taking 11 hours and I'm only on 4-2. How much further have I got? I just got the cutscene where we meet Kraut. Oh, the original 4? You've just met Krauser? 4-2. That doesn't sound right. Oh. No, sorry, yeah, not where Leon meets Krauser, where the player sees Krauser for the first time. You're well over halfway. I'd say you're somewhere between 2/3 and 3/4 through. Probably about right. Because there are... The last chapter is just called the final chapter, but I think it's like 5-4. But the chapters aren't equal length is the main thing to consider. So I think you're near the end of the castle, and the island is the shortest section of the game. I think 4-4 is the end of the castle, and then it's just 5, 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, and 5-4 the island, I think. It's been a while since I played the original. I still haven't actually replayed the original Resident Evil 4 all the way through since the remake came out, just because I love the remake. Every time I play the original Resident Evil 4, I'm like, why could you be playing the remake right now that has parrying and gets rid of the bits of the game I don't like? Not the original Resident Evil 4 is bad. The original Resident Evil 4 is a fantastic game, and before the remake came out, I played it on, everything. GameCube, PS2, PS3, PS4, PC. Like, I got unlocked everything on it every time. PRL, hand cannon, everything. Like, I love the game, but I think the remake was just an improvement in almost every way. You don't see the need to remake Resident Evil 4? I don't think any game needs a remake. Yeah, maybe it didn't need it, but it definitely deserved it, and it got one of the best remakes I've ever played. I just think It did such a good job. It keeps everything that's good about Resident Evil 4 and just amplifies it. All of the things that are bad, well, not all the things, a lot of things that are bad about Resident Evil 4 original, have been taken out. Like, there's sections of that game I don't like playing through it, and almost all the sections I didn't like have been either removed or switched out or changed to a version that I do like. And that's really cool. I think the parrying makes the gameplay way more fun. Being able to move and shoot is just a small quality of life thing that makes it more playable. But one of the huge things for me is I think the remake just did the atmosphere better. And I think a lot of people who are like kind of blinded by nostalgia maybe think that it's the atmosphere is the thing it lost, but I really think it did a better job. Resident Evil 4 original has a brown screen filter over the whole game that I do not like. I think it makes the game look it almost puts a barrier between me and immersing myself in the game. Like, there's me, the brown screen filter, and behind that is the game. Like, I'm looking at it through a lens. Whereas the remake adds color to the game and brings life to it. I think it just looks so much better, not just because of the graphics, but just because of the art direction. Like, the village is very in the remake, the village at night is kind of blue, it's dark, it's creepy, and then as it becomes daytime, it becomes kind of more like the colors we're used to from the original Resident Evil 4. Until it gets night again, then it goes to like a dark blue lit by bright orange flames, and then you get to the castle, and that's very similar. But then you get kind of these like how do I describe it? Like because they kind of went very ritualistic in the remake a bit more so than the original. There's a lot more color in like the shrines that have like lots of deep reds in them and candles all over the place. I just think it looked and felt really good. And to its credit, to the original game's credit, a remake has an advantage here because you can see what things, like, you've already had in the original, so you know what things didn't work. When you're making a new game, you're experimenting. You're like, oh, I want to try this to see if it works, and then it might not land so well with players and stuff. With remakes, you're like, oh, we know that this didn't work, we can change that. Or be like, oh, we knew what we wanted with this section, but now we can enhance it. And so you do have an advantage when making a remake, because you already know the reaction to things that were in the game originally. Oh, how do you see me? Oh, good. I'm just staggered. Yeah, you don't need to. It doesn't. I think you're probably right. I don't think it needed a remake. I just think I'm just glad we got one. Like, it doesn't. There's a difference between a need and a want, right? We didn't need a Resident Evil 4 remake, but I really wanted one, and we got a almost perfect one. Basically, the only thing I would change is I'm sad the PRL 412 is missing. I really like that gun. That's one of my favorite Resident Evil unlockables. But other than that, it's really good. It did have kind of Skyrim-esque visuals, yeah, and that is not a compliment.
That's two.
Right, time to use this, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of games that don't need a remake, but I'd like a remake for. Mostly Resident Evils. Like, Resident Evil 1 remake. I really want a remake of Resident Evil 1 remake in the RE engine. Oh, I want that so much. I want to walk around Spencer Mansion in third person. That's what I want. I want to be in Spencer Mansion. That'd be so cool. Because my big unpopular opinion with Resident Evil is the Resident Evil 1 remake is actually my least favorite version of Resident Evil 1. I preferred the original version, Resident Evil 1. And once again, it's that sort of dull brown Resident Evil 4 color scheme that puts me off it. I really don't like that color scheme. Not that, once again, I'm talking about these, like, I'm saying, like, oh, I think it's a bad game. I didn't say it's a bad game. I still have played these games a lot, and these are all just like, what is my least favorite of my absolute favorite games? Like, these games are still, to me, above most other games. It's just in the context of Resident Evil, which is my favorite franchise. You know what I mean? Like, I still love Resident Evil 1 Remake and original Resident Evil 4 way more than almost every other game I've ever played. Like, I've played hundreds of games, and I still think they're way better than all those other games. I just, when I compare them to my, like, top 5 games. Yeah. The original Resident Evil 4 did a lot for gaming in general, for third-person shooters. Like, so many games after it are based on that game's shooting, and but improved on it. And that's the thing, right? So many later games took Resident Evil 4's third-person shooting and improved on it. And then we've had we had nearly 20 years of improvements from other games to then be like, now let's remake 4 with all of these improvements and some of our own improvements. I think Resident Evil 4 Remake shooting is better than most, or maybe almost every other third-person shooter. Resident Evil 4 Remake's third-person shooting is great. Like, they still took all these improvements we've made over decades and then improved on it again. Like, it's very good. And it was a big selling point in the game, and it's very good. Why can't I interact with any of these? Well, is there a zombie or Marie outside? Need to interact with the box. Give me the box. There we go. Yes, now, Umbrella Corps, third-person shooting, you could argue, feels worse than the original Resident Evil 4. I'm sorry, Yellow Yeti, but I am going to shit on that game. I'm going to shit it because I was trying to play it before Resident Evil 9 came out, going, oh, this might be relevant because of the Hunk and Wesker implications from it. And I was struggling just out of like, oh god, after 10 minutes, I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. I didn't finish it. People love disappointment, chat. But it kind of is relevant. Are you happy? Are you at least happy that it kind of became, like, it was somewhat relevant? Like, the commander's probably whoever you played as in Umbrella Corps, which is probably Hunt. And the person we thought that was Wesker at the end of it is probably Xeno. Maybe. Just, you know? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, see? There you go. Maybe that's what needs a remake. Umbrella Corps. Remake Umbrella Corps with Resident Evil 4 and 9's gameplay. Umbrella Corps has a story that is canon Metal Gear Ghost. Unfortunately, that is all true. That is a statement that is unfortunately true. And I was trying to play it through, and it's one of the only 2 Resident Evil games I haven't played. I haven't finished, sorry. I've played all the Resident Evil games. There's 2 I haven't finished. Gaiden for the Game Boy Color, and Umbrella Corps. I have a Game Boy Advance, which plays Game Boy Color games, and I have started Gaiden again recently, and I do kind of want to get through it, but it's not very good. And Umbrella Corps, I was trying to get through before 9 because I thought there might have been some story relevance, and I was right, but it's bad. It's like Finance in that remake, yeah. Reboot Raccoon City map or something, yeah, and now we're done because of 9, yeah. Yeah, and also that was the original RPD, wasn't it? The Raccoon City map. So that's all changed now.
The smell.
Why did I take that out? Don't need that yet. Yeah, noticed. Yeah, well, I mean, the game came out in 2016, right? So it was before we'd had any remake. Think about that. Think about that. We went from, what was it, 2016 or 2015? Either way, we went from Umbrella Corps to Resident Evil 7. That was the jump. 2016, yeah. So Resident Evil 7 was the next year, I think. I think it's 2017 for Resident Evil 7. We went from one of the most, yeah, the most action-heavy Resident Evil we'd ever seen, and what really seemed like the nail in the coffin for the franchise after Operation Raccoon City 6, which, you know, they're fun enough to some people. 6 is fun. Operation Raccoon City is fun for some people. But they were going way too action heavy. We had Revelations 2, which was actually a bit better, but let's ignore that for the sake of this conversation. To Umbrella Corps, which, yeah, like I say, really seemed like the nail in the coffin. To then 7, like one of the slowest atmospheric horror Resident Evil games we've ever had that revived the franchise. Yeah, that is true, and I think a lot of people like me and who are who play Resident Evil games and old ones regularly and Resident Evil 4 original regularly forget that most people who haven't played that game before, Resident Evil 4 original, don't want to play tank controls with a third-person camera, because tank controls work with fixed camera angles, right? Because when the camera angle changes, you don't want to be walking the other way. So, like, when the camera changes, forward might suddenly be backwards, for example. The tank controls work in fixed camera angles. Tank controls feel really clunky in third person. So, yeah, that is another thing. Actually, that's probably one of the biggest changes. I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier. Resident Evil 4 Remake, you can move left and right. Like, that's such a big upgrade from the original. You can move left and right without turning left and right. That's huge. Let's make. Yeah, make another injector. Why not? Another one of these. Sure. Sure. Let's go back to the box quick, actually. I thought you used. I thought tank controls when you use the D-pad. Also, force controls keep the same and keep the game intense. That's the reason I like. Don't like the console ports Revelations to remove the FPS aiming. Huh. Fair enough. If you like tank controls, sure. So tank controls just means, you can't strafe basically. So it's like you turn left, you turn right, forward and backwards. Like there's no ability to move left and right like a tank. Like a tank can't do that, right? They're on tracks. So you turn one track to turn right, you turn the other track to turn left. I realize I'm probably mirrored, so I might have just said left and right the other way around for you. And then you move both tracks to go forward and move them backwards to go backwards. So that's all the movement you have. And that was what it was in Resident Evil 4. At least on console. I actually don't know if that's the same on the Wii version. I assume it's the same on the Wii version. But you cannot strafe. You can't move left and right. So yeah. Why you don't like the console port? Because they removed the FPS aiming. What do you mean by FPS aiming? Isn't the aiming the same? I played Revelations on 3DS and on console, and I thought it was the same. You just use the right stick to aim. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember actually. I haven't played 3DS in many, many years. That would have been at launch time. I thought the aiming was the same.
Thank you.
Thank you for the gifted subs, Waylon. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I'm a bit worried. I think I just heard Marie. Oh, yep, there she is. Let's get the lights on. I can deal with this guy. Oh, I don't know how I didn't take damage there. Oh, really? You know what? I had completely forgotten about that, and I still don't remember even now you mention it. But that's fair. When you aim in 3DS version, it goes into first person because only one analog stick. You can use a control pad Pro to have a second stick. That's really interesting. I actually didn't realize that. And you prefer that? Because I personally wouldn't prefer that. I don't like first person aiming at all. Like in Resident Evil, in fact, you might appreciate this, Metal Gear Ghost. In Resident Evil 9, there's an option. It's called dot sight perspective, and by default it's on, and it means when you aim down sights, when you aim down sights like that, it goes first person if you've got a sight on your gun, and I don't like that, so I've turned that off. So whenever I aim down sights, it stays third person, but it's so I've turned that off personally, but you can leave that on, and that's what it is by default. So that's quite cool. You might like that. Or you can just make it first person the whole time, obviously. But if you like it third person and then going first person when you aim, that is an option, which is quite cool. It's cool that it's an option. Correct myself. You can strafe, but you can't look up and down while strafing. What is that in Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, or is that in Revelations? Because in Revelations you can strafe. Resident Evil 5 introduced that. But 4 you couldn't. 4's their tank controls on console. I don't know if it does on Wii. Well, I guess Wii is a console. On GameCube, PS2, PS3, PS4, PC. If you can strafe in the Wii version of Resident Evil 4, then I completely understand now why everyone raves about the PS4. In the Wii version of Resident Evil 4. Yes, yes. Yeah, he's the same director as Revelations. Yeah, Revelations 7 and 9 are this director's games, which is sure is a set of games. And Resident Evil 9 is a celebration of Resident Evil. It really feels like every game is represented here, or maybe almost every game represented here. Pretty much all of them. Do a really good job. Makes me very happy. I really like Resident Evil 9. Pretty spooky Resident Evil games, yeah. They got some spookiness to them. The only bit of Revelations that I kind of found spooky, like most of the time Revelations is more of an action game, let's be honest, but I do like the bit where you meet the first Skag Dead, and before you get to it, you hear the Mayday, Mayday, this is the Queen Zenobia. You know, that bit was creepy. That was cool. That's one of my favorite bits of Revelations 1. Mayday. Mayday. The split RE9 gameplay styles was a good choice. Previous just have to try and find a middle ground, but it doesn't quite work. Yes. I'm oh fuck. That's a good point, Yellow Yeti, and I'm kind of worried I've now been spoiled for Resident Evil games. Because for me, I like the horror Resident Evil games, like 7 and 2 Remake and 2 Remake, yeah. You know what I mean? And I also love the action ones, like Resident Evil 4 Remake. So this game was perfect for me in that sense. They had both of those games' gameplay were represented really well. And I'm now like, that's how I want them to do Resident Evils in the future now. I want there to be a horror character campaign, whatever, and an action campaign character, whatever. And that, but I'm hoping they go forward like that for the rest of the franchise. But I'm also like, is it only in this one just because this one is a celebration of the whole franchise? Is that the reason is it only going to be in this one? But I really hope that's what we get for the future now. That's what I want to see. I think I spoke about this in another stream, and this might be a controversial take. I would really like to see that in Code Veronica remake, because that's the rumor for the next one, right? Part of Code, like, there's a lot of problems you can have with Code Veronica. Some people love Code Veronica. I have quite a few problems with it, but one of the biggest problems I have, and a lot of people have with it, is Code Veronica has a lot of backtracking, which on its own is fine. Resident Evil games have a lot of backtracking. Resident Evil 1 and 2, some of the best ones, and even the original 3, have a lot of backtracking, and that's part of the fun, is going back through the same areas and seeing zombies get up and become Crimson Heads, or having like lickers show up, whatever, like new enemies. Part of backtracking is part of Resident Evil games, and that's fun. However, in Code Veronica, there's a lot of backtracking, sure, and then once you've finished as Claire, you do the whole areas you've already backtracked through multiple times, you do them all again as Chris. That's like triple backtracking. That's getting a little excessive. And Chris, in Code Veronica, plays exactly the same as Claire. I would love it, and I think it would really make the game feel more interesting in a remake if Claire played like Grace in this game, and once you've like done Claire's section, Chris shows up, and Chris plays like Leon in this, and you're going through the same areas like you do in this game with Rhodes Hill. You're going through the same areas of the game, but as Chris, with his, boulder punching melee attacks, and also throw us stronger enemies, obviously. Don't just give us zombies. Give us some zombies, but give us the Bandersnatchers, the Hunters, all the tough enemies, have them come in at Chris, give him all the good guns, have him play like an action hero, and it'd feel like you go through the same areas, but it'd feel completely different. You should be playing the action version of the game. I'd love to see that in a Code Veronica remake. That's what I want them to do. Not on the 3DS, the tank controls make it more difficult and scary. Oh, it has tank controls in 3DS. Interesting. Okay. Definitely makes it more difficult. I think maybe because I play so many horror games and Resident Evil games in general, I think the scariness has kind of been ruined for me, which is a shame. I used to love horror games because I used to get scared, but for me, this game actually highlighted it better than any other game for me. When this came out, I played through it on my own, well, with my wife, but like I wasn't streaming it, I wasn't chatting to my friends. It was just me and playing it through. At midnight, actually, I played I played it when it came out at midnight until about 4 in the morning, on launch day, and I didn't find the game scary at all, and I thought, oh, it's just not a scary Resident Evil game. But when I spoke to my friends a few days later, and they're like, oh yeah, Resident Evil 9, the Grace bits are really spooky and creepy. I'm like, oh, were they? And then I watched other people play online, and I saw that, most people were saying, oh, Grace's sections are scary. I was like, okay. So I've desensitized myself by playing these games so much. Which kind of is a shame, actually. I liked being scared. I'm sure there'll still be some games that scare me. Silent Hill 2 Remake was still scary in some sections. I found that to be spooky. Maybe it's just Resident Evil games. I think that could work for Code Veronica, but in the future you might like... Oh, you want them to stick to, like, horror game, action game, horror game, action game. Yeah. I think they probably will do that, Yellow Yeti, but... I like having both games in one. I like... Because sometimes I'm in the mood for a survival horror Resident Evil, sometimes I'm in the mood for an action horror Resident Evil. And I like that this game just has both. It satisfies whatever I'm in the mood for. Like, I can load this up and I've got 2 very different games in one. I really like it. But I think you're probably right. I think they'll probably just stick with the make a horror game or make an action game. I just hope they don't. Oh, I left some blood. Oh well. And obviously there are, like, other remakes that won't translate to that. Like, Resident Evil 1 needs to be a horror game all the way through. Resident Evil 5, if they remake that, needs to be an action game all the way through. Like, those games do not lend themselves to that style. But for future games, like Resident Evil 10, 11, I'd really like to see that. And Code Veronica does lend itself to that gameplay, so I'd like to see that. Unless they really wanted to change 5 up and, like, completely change the game and have it as a... There are Sheva sections and Chris sections, and Sheva sections are horror, but I don't think that's right. I don't think that's what I want to see from that. I do want Sheva to have more of a spotlight, though. I think Sheva should be the main character of Resident Evil 5's first half. I think when we're talking bioterror attacks in Africa, the agent from BSAA Africa should be the lead in that. Chris should just be there for support. Obviously, once we realise Jill and Wesker are involved, that's Chris's specialty. Maybe Chris should then take a bit of a lead. But I do wish Sheva was a bit more in control when the main focus is just a bioterrorist attack in Africa and she is literally a BSAA African branch agent. Seems weird for Chris to show up as the American agent, but yeah, I'm just gonna like take over. I just realized this bit's probably gonna be tough. We'll see how this goes.
Fluid drainage complete. Processing will now begin.
Video 6 rank might be a good approach for that. Kind of.
Processing. Shit, no.
I think that's what they were going for with 6 originally, but they didn't have the gameplay difference to catch up. Like they definitely tried to be like Leon's is a scary zombie outbreak game and Chris is a military combatant. But they didn't have the gameplay difference. Like the games just felt the same. We're gonna struggle here. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking though, Yeliati. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, okay, so the horror gameplay is going to be obviously Chris and Jake's campaigns. They need to be action because that's what they are. So does that leave Leon as an Ada to be the helpless horror characters? That doesn't feel right. I think 6 is stuck as an action game. But that said, sure, leave it as an action game. Just give it Resident Evil 4 Remakes gameplay. Resident Evil 6 with 4 Remakes gameplay could be, or in fact, Resident Evil 9's Leon gameplay could be incredible. Co-op, action horror, parrying.
Fluid drainage
That'd be cool.
complete. Processing
Picking up like the axes and throwing that was already in 9.
Processing. Shit, no.
6 is 6 just needs a gameplay update because I think 6 and 5's gameplay is what let them down more than anything. Oh, 6's plot is a bit shit as well, actually. But to be honest, I could survive with a Resident Evil with a shit plot if the gameplay's good. Yeah, the knife on Grace. We're in serious trouble here. I did not plan ahead. I should have brought more knives here. Because now I'm out of knives. Run away, Grace, run away. Oh my god. I need processing to be complete. Random AI voice. Okay, we're good, we're good.
processing complete.
Melee only does include injections, you're right. Well, we'd already established that even last stream that it does include injections, but to inject them, you need to either be in stealth or you need to stagger them. Or they need to be on the ground. I can't remember which one's got up.
It stopped. Finally stopped. Thank God.
But we're good now. We're good now. I only took one attempt. That's not too bad. We're going to use these steroids now.
Not afraid I can't leave this place.
Oh no. Guys, give me some room, please. Come on. Run, Grace! Ah! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Could have gone better if I'd planned ahead a little bit. But it's fine. Now's not time for that. Okay. You say so, Grace. Wait, can they climb ladders? Hope not. Slurp it up. Slurp it up, Grace. $80. What a find. Nice. Just managed to fit it all in the blood slurper. You got some bread on you, Grace. Oh, it's gone. Nice. It's blood. We could. Oh, so many injectors. I guess we're going to be. In fact, maybe I should be absolutely focusing injectors, because the lab's going to be tough without acid bottles. Let's make some injectors. Boop, boop. That'll do. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's what we're going to need. We're going to be stealthing the hell out of that lab and just popping everything with hemolytic injectors. And it doesn't help that I interchangeably shorten both of these to injector. I'm like, yeah, I need an injector, and I'll be like, make a health thing, and then I'll be like, oh, actually, no, maybe instead of an injector, I should make an injector, and then I'll make a hemolytic injector. You wish your clothes clean themselves like Grace's? Yeah, don't we all? Could do with getting rid of the washing machine and replacing that with some more cupboard space. Right. Let's get out of here. We've got another Leon section. It's okay, blood doesn't stain that badly anyway. Yeah, that's definitely true. 100%. Gonna ignore that guy. He's freaking out about something. Oh wait, no, we don't have the Leon section coming up. We've got the whole house iron lung bit to do. Blood. Too far forward, slightly. Up she goes into her vent. Bye-bye, Marie. See you later. Enjoy your vent. Oh, you know what? Oh, shit. You didn't see anything? You didn't see anything? Oh, I think you might have seen something, you know? Ah, you can hit me! God damn it. Well, this is very inconvenient. And a little bit janky. I don't think this is how you meant to do this. I could just go around the long way. Oh no, I can't go around the long way because I haven't got the battery in. Alright. There he goes. Cool. Sounds like Marie. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Yep. Let's go, Grace.
I'm scared. Why is it so loud? It's gonna be okay. Just don't let go.
Ooh, you know what? The iron lung bit coming up.
It's just bringing me down.
Do the...
Why won't they close?
I don't know, do the blood spray things count as a gun? The things with the little, you know, like the little fire extinguishers that we spray on the zombies to blow them up. I kind of feel like that counts as a gun. Or like as a ranged weapon.
Grace?
Or does it count as an environmental thing? Because you pick it up in the environment.
I'm okay.
It's a projectile, yeah.
That's good.
I think we gotta get through that without using those. If I'm saying I can't use like Molotovs and stuff and grenades. I am saying I can use explosive barrels in the environment. I guess that's because I'm setting them off. I'm not like firing them. Yeah. We're gonna do it without them. We're not gonna use the blood sprays.
What's going
I guess the difference is whether it's equipable. If I can equip like you can equip the blood sprays, so that kind of counts as me using a gun, whereas you can't equip an explosive barrel, you just kind of use it there and then. How do you get through the big crusher thing in 4-2? Get through the big crusher thing. Crusher thing. I don't know how much, but you're talking about Metal Gear Ghost. Give me a sec. So I remember the minecart. I remember the fight with the big El Gigantes. Oh, I do remember them. Yes. The big crusher things. You just gotta time it right. Unfortunately, they're a bit annoying. You gotta. So if I remember rightly, the pattern is like the two outer ones come down, and then when they go up, the middle one comes down. I think think that's right. And you gotta go in as the top ones are going up, and then as they switch, you run to the middle one, and then as you switch, they run to the third one. Yeah, I do remember them now. Then there's one where you gotta like jump up. You gotta climb up as it's coming down as well. I'm getting a bit confused because I think the remake ones are slightly different. So I'm trying to remember which one's original, which one's a remake. But the one that you climb up at, I think, when you climb up, as long as you don't move, you're safe. It's only when you move forward that you can get crushed. I think.
It's not safe here.
They're tough, yeah, they're tough. They're not easy.
Okay. Good.
Let's hope none of these zombies blister so that I can just run and grab this stuff without any issue. That's the 3 in a row, but kill more times than anything in this game. Yep. I'm not surprised they're not. Yeah, they suck. But you can do it. You'll get it. Trust me. Trust me, bro. You have to look up a guide. I don't think we needed one so far. Yeah, fair. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the guide's gonna help much. It's just kind of when they're up, run as they're going up. But give it a go. See if you can find something that helps you. Like maybe it will give you more specific timings or something. Like when it's at this point, this is the best time to run. Maybe that'll help. I kind of just vibe it every time. Which results in me dying occasionally. I think Leon's next section we have to use a gun again. I think that'll be the second time we have to use a gun. Because it's the snipey bit. We got to protect Grace. I don't think there's a way to do that with a knife. Or with a hatchet. I mean. But I'll stick to my previously established rule of whenever I have to use a gun, the only gun I will use is an unupgraded alligator snapper. So we'll see how that goes. I thought I remembered it. Star, moon, sun. Okay, is that what I pressed? I did sun, star, moon, sun, didn't I? What it is? Oh, star, sun. Star, sun, moon, sun. Oh, I had the star and the sun the wrong way around. Oh. Right, let's skedaddle. Done with this place. Let's get out of here. Didn't see the massive... Oh my god, yes! You're right, that... Once again, me getting confused with original and remake. In the original, there's a lever that, like, is... I don't know what it does. Does it like stop the middle one or make it a different rhythm so that it's like easier to get through? It's something like that. It's been a while. Like I said, I haven't played the original through in like 4 years now. Actually, to be fair, so I haven't played it through since the remake came out. But just before the remake came out, I replayed it about 4 or 5 times in a row, I think. So I played it a bunch of times in like early 2023, but I haven't played it since. I did the same thing with Silent Hill 2 remake as well. Just like the couple weeks leading up to Silent Hill 2 remake, I think I played through original Silent Hill 2 about 4 or 5 times. Stops middle one, yeah. 5 unneeded deaths. Oh, that sucks. That's not ideal.
Finally.
So not getting any costumes after beating the game. I don't think there's a time criteria, is there? On the original?
Are you alright?
I think once you beat it, you just get the special one costume, no matter what.
I don't know.
The one where he's wearing RPD.
Well, let's just
Unless it's different on Wii.
to keep moving, okay? Oh my god.
Hey! Stay right there.
Actually, that's another thing that's missing from the remake that I'll give you. The remake doesn't have Ashley's pop star outfit. I always liked that outfit, though it looked silly. I like that she always wore it if Leon wore the RPD outfit, which is the one I always wore because I like the RPD outfit. I guess I kind of just got used to it because I always wanted to wear the RPD outfit because I wanted Leon to look like RPD Leon. That I got used to Ashley. I always sing Ashley in the pop star outfit because you can't do one without the other. And then when the 4 remake came out, I was like, oh, there's no pop star outfit. Oh well, not the end of the world. It was just a funny, unlockable costume. Yeah, so if the unlocks are the same as on other consoles and PC, they're actually really easy unlocks for the original Resident Evil 4. They made them harder in the remake, which for me is good, but for some people might be worse. So the Chicago typewriter and the infinite ammo rocket launcher are actually just simply by beating the game on normal difficulty. No time requirement. And then the PRL 412 laser, which is really fun. I really love using the PRL 412 laser. You have to complete the game on professional. But once again, no time limit, no death limit. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it was on console. I've done it enough times, I think so. Oh, and the hand cannon is completing all of the Mercenaries maps, getting 5-star as every character on every Mercenaries map. Is how you get the... That's actually the hardest one. That's actually the hardest one for me, is getting the hand cannon. I find that harder than doing the game on professional. Oh yeah, they added for the remake. In fact, for the remake, most of them are still pretty easy to unlock. The only one that's hard is actually a new unlock, which is the infinite ammo. It's cat ears that give you infinite ammo for everything. That's the hard one. That's professional in under 4.5 hours with 16 or less manual saves. And there's no auto saves on professional, which is... that's really tough. You can use me as a tutorial all you want. Look, I've got all this Resident Evil knowledge. It's got to be used for something, right? I don't mind. I'm just glad it's finally having a practical real world use. Although I will warn you, you're like, oh yeah, you unlock the rocket launcher and Chicago typewriter just for completing a normal. You do have to buy them. They unlocking them puts them in the shop, but they're really expensive. So you will have to like save up money for them or sell all your stuff. I don't know why I did that. We don't need to carry all of these around. Actually, we might need to carry all these around. Oh god, wait. We need everything, don't we? We need everything. We need that to stop us from dying. Let's bring all my knives. In fact, let's not bring the infinite knife so we don't lose it. It's just going to be a case of trying to get through this by stabbing them and pushing them away.
What the hell?
I think there's another injector over here we can grab as well. It actually helping level ones? No way. Maybe can. Is that to retire from working for Requiem? Well, maybe. Big hope. I mean, she doesn't have to retire from working for Wesker now. Wesker's gone, probably. Unless he comes back, which they could easily do. The whole game is about people getting, like, coming back from death.
Yes, Cena, that's correct.
Yeah. Save it here, really. I don't know why I didn't wait to this point to save it anyway. Hey! Ah! Okay, alright, alright. It's going okay so far. Okay. Oh! Yeah, I went. Grace pulled off the wrong way there. Ah, shit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that was actually so much better than I thought it was going to go. Nice. There's a lot going on. Just keep running, Grace. Oh! I remember when I was looking for the rare deaths trying to die to that box. Because I was trying to figure out what the rare deaths were. So I was trying to get to low health. and then get hit by that box and see if it could kill me, but could not get it to happen. And it wasn't. It turned out to not be the rare death I was looking for anyway.
Okay. I'm coming, Mommy.
All right, here we go. Time to use a gun. Pretty sure we have to use a gun. Pretty sure.
Elvis.
Elvis. Oh, I skipped Hello Beautiful.
Here.
Oh, gorgeous. Hello Gorgeous, sorry.
Yeah. Found some files on Victor's computer. She's connected to this somehow.
Is she okay?
No. But I've got it covered.
Alligator snapper, no upgrades. Sell the grenades, sell some ammo. Body armor repair. Let me just double check. Can my axe reach down there? Nope. Okay, gun it has to be. This is not the intended weapon for this. Pistol only one would be fun as well, actually. This pistol only run would barely affect Grace. I wouldn't use infinite ammo with a pistol only run. That'd obviously make it too easy. Oh shit. Get off her! Oh my god. Who would have thought the weak pistol doesn't do much damage at long range? Any more I can see from here right now? That one. Take him out now. Okay, we killed him early, that's good.
Must be time for the evening service.
Oh my god. Guys, leave her alone. Get off, Grace. This is oh my god. This is not how this was intended to be played. That's okay, that's the fun of it. Oh, Grace, you're so screwed, I'm sorry.
Grace.
Die! I got another one to shoot. Oh my god. Grace, you have guns, use them. Oh my god. Any more? Are we done? Please tell me we're done. Please tell me I managed to do that first try somehow. Oh my god.
All right.
I don't think we can sell this gun yet, can we? I don't think it lets you. It says now's not the time for that. Yeah. We can unequip it though. We'll sell it next time. Oh no, he's become a blacktail guy. Blacktail, best gun in the game. No, you can tell me about your playthrough. I love hearing about people play Resident Evil games.
Excuse me.
That's cool. That's exactly what I want to hear. I want to hear people enjoying the games. I'm just joking. I just love the Red 9 so much. Both guns are really good. I'm a buyer, and then I like the Red 9. But Blacktail is also really strong. Blacktail actually has higher DPS, I think, because of the fire rate. But the Red 9 has more damage per bullet. Buddy. Him.
Stay with me.
Yeah, Melky, because the whole reason I started this channel is because I want to hear... I want to talk about my playthroughs of Resident Evil. I want to hear other people talk about their playthroughs of Resident Evil. That's actually what I want this community I'm trying to grow to be based on. And other survival horror games, but Resident Evil is obviously my main one. Just a place to come and chat and discuss and play survival horror games. Got 2 axes we can use here. Each one lets us stagger him and then kick him, and kicking him always gets rid of, well, almost always gets rid of one of the pustules. It's got 1 left. Do 1 more axe. No, don't use on him, Leon. No. Oh well. Where's got an axe? Hit me. Easy. I'm up the stairs. Oh well. Easy. It's head showing within 2 or 3 bullets, but I don't recall being able to do that. Well, well, okay, Metal Gear goes. Here's the thing. Resident Evil 4, original, remake, and a lot of the other Resident Evil games all have adaptive difficulty, which means if you die a lot, the game gets easier. And if I recall, you just told me you died about 5 times to a big crushing stone. So maybe, maybe it's related. No, it could just be the again lucky with the headshots.
There's got to be a way to get to the surface.
I actually don't remember how quickly it kills stuff, to be fair. Like, I don't know the exact number of bullets it uses.
I'm sorry, I know it hurts. I'm so sorry.
Bit of blood. Put that straight in. I'd have to use any knives to get through that bit. I really thought I would. Probably just that'll be enough. Might as well keep that on us now. We got the room. It's good. Time for the Marie fight.
Insufficient
Yeah.
power. Reset the power distribution units on the lower floor.
Gotta get the power on. It's my only chance.
Picking up Requiem ammo. Never using that. Okay, so this first bit is gonna be tough. I actually don't know if we can even... I don't know how we do this, actually.
Why is it so stiff?
The other two should be fine. But this one I actually don't know how we do without staggering her. Yeah, there we go. Try and stun her with the light around the corner. That was a med injector there? I never knew that. Oh no! This is... Okay, there we go. Cool. Easy. Oh, brother. Let's let her run out of the way first before we try and get past. Two to go. Okay, so this one I think you can dupe around this room pretty easily. I think. It's been a while since I've not just shot her, but... Wait here. You gonna appear? There she goes, and if we run over here... Get her in this room. And then we run this way around. Oh. Yeah, there we go. I think we have enough time to just stick this in and twist it. Cool. And the last one's the easiest one. Just gotta go over there and press it.
Only one more.
Okay, that's inconvenient. A light somewhere? She's on the other way. Okay, that is convenient. That's it. Job done.
been successfully restored.
Oh, I thought she was gonna go the other way.
We're getting out of here. Get out of the fucking way. Come on. Open.
She goes. You don't have to stab her there, but that'd be funny.
Finally.
Oh wait, this is melee only. We won't be shooting. We won't be shooting Emily. What happened? Oh, he just does it anyway. Okay. I didn't press the button there. That wasn't me. Leon, it's melee only. Didn't you hear your orders? Ooh. Right. I do need to stop soon. I probably could go a little bit longer, but I think we'll leave it there because it's a good stopping point, and we'll do Raccoon City next time. Sorry, I have to cut this one a little bit short. But that's cool. That was good. I'm glad I managed to get through. I did the sniper bit with the pistol first try. I didn't think that was going to go as well as it did. And then the fight afterwards in the thing, just using the axes to stun the Blisterborn was quite good as well. So that's good. Cool. So thank you everyone for coming. Thanks for watching and chatting. I think I'll be on Tuesday as normal. Regular time. I'll update in the Discord if that's different. And please do feel free to join the Discord if you haven't already, where we chat about Resident Evil games, survival horror games, and updates on the stream. And yeah, I'll speak to you next time. Bye bye.